guys, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever had the joy of owning something new? So no matter how small it was, you still had a sense of pride knowing that you finally were able to get this thing that you've always wanted. Now what happens when your pride and joy turns to anger and grief? What happens when the thing that you've hoped for, this thing that you've prayed for, becomes the biggest burden you've ever had in your life? This is the case for the majority of homeowners in the fairly new residential communities of Union Estates and Edmund Ridge in St. James. Most of these new homeowners lost their roofs and possessions during the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Now imagine being in your brand new home and a Category 5, you hear that a Category 5 hurricane is coming. Your home to you is the safest place for you to be. But with the passage of this hurricane, all that confidence that you had just fades as your roof disappears. Now imagining that desperation, your parental instincts kick in. You need to get yourself and your child or your family to a safe place. And the only safe place available, and I use the word safe loosely, the only safe place available is your car. Imagine trying to get to that car that is parked out in the open, and all this flying debris, including your roof, is out there. Imagine going through all of this traumatic experience with a traumatized child or a frightened infant. These are real life accounts that will leave permanent scars on the residents of these two communities. These residents, all their possessions have been destroyed. They have no roof. So all the water, all the rain that fell, damaged everything in the house. So they're literally homeless. Some of them have to find temporary accommodations until the insurance kicks in to cover the damages for their properties. And at the time of this recording, no meeting has been held with the members of these communities. No stakeholder has issued any document or show of concern regarding these roofless homeowners who literally started occupying their homes just under a year ago. I believe November of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And this is for Union Estates because Edmund Ridge has been is about 3 to 4 years old. So for Union Estates, they're literally a year in occupation, these homes. Union Estates was a joint venture development between the NHT, Can-Cara, and I think the Civil Service Society. Edmund Ridge, the Edmund Ridge development, as the primary developer, holds the HAJ with Heenan Fifth Construction Group Company as their partnered construction experts. Now, personally, I'm on the fence when it comes to certain prefabricated materials being used within our construction industry. I acknowledge the fact that these materials reduce construction time and cut material cost and are efficient. They have their uses, they have their purpose. I'm not knocking that. But my issue or my question is, do these homes provide the same level of security as your regular block and steel dwelling? I think time will tell, because the government is now implementing modular units to house persons who are affected by Hurricane Melissa. A representative from the NHT reported that these semi-permanent structures are the next steps being taken in the relocation efforts, mainly in St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. Other severely impacted parishes will have similar projects as soon as suitable lands are made available. At the end of the day, let's not forget these residents who have invested life savings, overtime at work, and have sacrificed to own these homes in St. James. They were sold a dream home that turned out to be a nightmare. Now, who do they turn to for redress? All these new homeowners need to be acknowledged and supported in getting back to some level of safety and comfort within their homes sooner rather than later.